Mandalorians. I hope you like secretions. Take a little sip. Come, please.
Is that Jack Black?
Hi, welcome back to Panda Reacts. I'm Sandra and this is Ken.
Hi.
And Panda again. We're back into Panda Lair. And we're back with Mandalorian Chapter 22. Season 3, Episode 6. Which means there's only 2 left after this. We have to savor them. Yes, we must savor them.
I'm upset about that.
Yeah. Last week's episode was so good. So much happened. Bo-Katan and I think Mando are going to go off to find the rest of the Mandalorians, bring them back under a whole together again.
Bring them safe to Navarro where they can use that as a forward staging base to go and take Mandalore back.
Yeah, they got some land on Navarro.
Yeah, it's all good.
They helped
Grief tonight.
Grief.
Sort his grief out.
His pirates are gone.
Yeah.
All that ship is gone.
Yeah, Seaweed Man augured in really hard.
Yes, and Vane said later. So we might see him again, but for now he is out. He's peacing out.
He's chicken.
So we did have a comment on my page from Just Me, who is, I'm pretty sure, someone who's replied to us before on so many things. Yeah, so far this is my favorite episode of the season, for sure. It was really good. But a lot of respect for Captain Teva now. Because people need help and the New Republic is useless, so let's call in the professionals. Yeah, Captain Teva is awesome. Of course, Paul's son. Hopefully we see more of him. He has that Imperial peg for what she is. Yes, I love that. He sniffed. He took 2 seconds to figure her out.
Isn't it Paul Lee?
Well, it's Paul's son Lee.
Oh.
I call him Paul's son. Paul's son Lee. Anyway, it's the same guy. Just call him Paul's son.
Okay.
Anyway.
Just checking.
And then, of course, the epic speech by Paz.
Yep.
You know, why should we lay down our lives? Because we're Mandalorians. That was a great scene. Yep. Yeah, the question of the armorer is an interesting one.
She's up to something.
Because I don't think I left in my edit the fact that I thought she might be related to Bo-Katan, and that underneath her armor, she's probably someone that Bo knows. And
who knows what Bo knows?
Yeah, ha. Anyway, yeah.
What Bo don't know.
Oh my God, stop. Jesus. Anyway, yeah, so I want to know who's under there, or if we are going to see her helmet off. Well, we know what Emily Swallow looks like, but are they possibly... Is it going to be someone who looks like Darth Maul, which is the big, theory?
Yeah, I don't know.
Or, in my theory, is it someone of Bo-Katan's family that she thinks is dead, but is not? So, I don't know. She was getting a little, reminiscent with Bo, but at the same time, it felt kind of like she was setting her up.
Yeah.
Like... Yeah,
I don't know. She's kind of like... There's a weird vibe coming off the helmet there.
Yeah, and she's pulled Bo aside twice now.
Yeah.
By herself. And then was all like, take your helmet off. What? And then you walk both worlds, and then everyone was freaking out, but it turns out that, that's okay.
Somehow she can make it okay, despite
it
not being okay for anyone else. She can make it okay for Bo-Katan. Okay.
Is that because she saw a real mythosaur, so she's like Rose like kind of mythical now?
Yeah.
Who knows? So anyway, I'm interested to find out, because I don't think Mando said he was going with Bo, but we all know he is going to. And is the baby, what role is the baby going to play? Because he's just so amazingly cute with his little chainmail outfit. But I do know from some little heres and theres that the singer Lizzo is going to be on this episode.
Seriously?
Yes, she's going to be in this show. Not as Lizzo,
Clearly
but
not.
I mean, I thought someone was joking me, but I think she is in this episode.
Okay.
I saw a picture that looks like she's dressed in a costume of possibly Star Wars-ish nature. So
Alrighty.
I guess we'll see. Anyway, yeah, where's Moff Gideon? What's he up to?
Mm-hmm.
It's nothing good. Because I don't know, does he want a baby back?
I don't know.
I don't think he needs the baby
sometimes,
back.
Sometimes, I think he can kind of get down the rabbit hole, kind of overthinking Mandalorian. It's
Ma,
not usually
baby back.
that complicated, honestly. So,
Not usually.
Yeah.
You never know. I mean, seriously. These people curveball me all the time. Just when I think Paz is going to be like, no, we're not helping him, then he switches it up.
Oh, yeah, that was going to happen. That was
No, come on. You didn't see that coming.
Yeah.
No, you didn't. Don't lie, 2020 vision. Captain Hindsight.
I'm thinking in my head as it's going, he's going to flip.
No.
Yep.
You didn't know that. That's not happening. That's not true. Anyway, thank you for your comment, Just Me. Please leave us another one. We like to talk about stuff and people are being very quiet. Also, tell those mix reactors who put all those videos together with all the different reactors to put me in there. I've been hounding them and they have not acquiesced to my request.
Demands.
So I will continue to do so because I think that as a massive Star Wars fan, my reactions should be put in these mix. And the only one who does it is Crowned Gambit. So thank you, Crowned Gambit, for always including me and Ken in your reaction mixes. They haven't done any for this season, though. But if you want to see us in a reaction mix, check out Crowned Gambit Season 2 Mandalorian mixes. They're all good. And, yeah, I like watching them. So
Stop watching Star Wars from the outer rim out here, man. Nobody in the core systems wants to pay any attention to us.
Well, I've got people are watching. I was late posting this last week because we had stuff going on. Thursday was something. I don't remember what it was. But I was doing something Thursday, so I had to wait till Friday. I can't remember what it was. Anyway, besides the point, let's get going. What's this ship? Looks like a giant bug going through space.
Hail, Imperial friends. We are a peaceful corn freighter making our way to do business in the mid-rim.
We are not Imperial either.
Right.
We are Mandalorian. And sadly, you're too late to hire us. You see, we've been commissioned to track you down, Captain Shuggoth. You see, we were already hired by a certain Mon Calamari viceroy who has reason to believe you absconded with her son.
It's a lie. We finally have peace with the Calamari. Why would I jeopardize peace and prosperity? We have all suffered too much.
That was on
war.
Coruscant
say
that
anything
you
about
heard
it.
about that.
No, I won't go. I won't go. We love each other.
Sorry, I've got to bring you back home to your folks.
After that, you can do whatever you want.
I can't destroy everything I've built for a childish fling.
Is that all this was to you?
That's not what I meant. But you need to go.
Welcome to Plaisir 15, the Outer Rim's only remaining direct democracy. You've been assigned a docking slip. You will be guided on the assigned path. Engaging automated guidance.
It's called Plaisir 15. I wonder what that means.
What happened?
They've taken control.
Is it like the sexy planets from Star Trek?
I guess we're going for a ride.
Yay.
have Imperial droids on an independent world.
It's the Outer Rim. Your guess is as good as mine.
Din Djarin and Bo-Katan Kryze. Your presence has been requested by the leadership of the planetary democracy.
I'm afraid we have more pressing matters. Perhaps at a later time.
Please do not attempt to leave the vehicle. This is not a request.
That is not a request. He has a lot to say today. These are worrying him just a little bit, I think.
This has got a Planet Bespin vibe to it.
Join us! Come!
Yep, this is
It's
Lizzo.
a party!
There she is right there.
Everyone, special guests, Mandalorians. I hope you like secretions. Take a little sip. Come, please.
Is that
That's
Jack
Jack
Black?
Jack Black.
Oh my god, we said it at the same time.
Could I perhaps hold the baby, please?
He doesn't take kindly to strangers.
So fast. Yes. You see, it was time for our planet to move into a new age. We held direct democratic elections for the first time in our history.
We are both royals and elected leaders.
And the Mandalorian privateer warships docked in your fields.
You have to be Lizzo to get to hold the baby. It's not fair.
We have a problem. Our constables are ill-equipped to confront battle droids.
Battle droids?
Former
Oh,
battle
no.
droids. They've been rehabilitated for civic duty.
We thought.
What do you think?
You had me at battle droids.
These droids were all scheduled to be scrapped.
Dude, is that Christopher Lloyd?
The droids reprogramming was a complete
What is
success.
happening? Whoa, okay.
And others.
Turn them off.
What?
Why not turn them all off? Who's in charge of that?
I am.
What?
The citizens voted against any interruption in droid services. We can't live without it.
And why is that?
The citizens are no longer required to work. They can spend their days engaging in recreation, the arts, and participating in our direct democracy.
Pleasure.
If we shut down the droids, our citizens wouldn't know how to survive.
Give us the list.
For that, you'll have to go to the lower level and speak
To the Ugnaughts? Oh no!
Ugnaughts.
Ugnaughts.
Cool.
Ah, yeah, we know Ugnaughts.
See what happens when
Told
you
you
rely
that
on
Bespin
droids.
Are
vibe
you
going on
taking this
here.
personally?
Just pointing it out. I am Mandalorian Din Djarin, friend of Ugnaught Queel. You will answer our questions and help us with our task. I have spoken.
I have spoken.
I assure you, the droids are not
There it is.
malfunctioning.
Citizens have been
They're
harmed.
engaged
by
in a
these
revolution.
malfunctioning machines.
This is not the case. I have spoken.
We're
Ooh.
not in any way suggesting that your work is to blame. The stories of Ugnaught skill with smithing droids are legendary.
Here are the locations of the droids you seek.
Thank you. We are in your debt. I have spoken.
What was that?
I've spent time with Ugnaughts. There's a particular way to communicate with them. Accusing the work of malfunctioning is an insult.
Yes.
Now, they've indicated that there's a likelihood that the next event will be at the loading docks.
How sure are they?
Hard to tell.
Big Ron, what are you doing?
Then this shouldn't faze them.
Sir? Excuse me. Excuse me, sir.
Oh! Clang!
Recertified, huh?
You should have left them alone.
He was kicking them. Very nice.
Keep going!
I think any society based on the enslavement of one group over another is probably not all that healthy.
True. Apparently this is a droid bar where they drink.
Maybe they don't allow the human kind in here.
Oh yeah. Let's see.
You can check my registry. We are in full compliance with planetary law.
If you don't start answering questions, I'll yank your memory circuit and dissect it back at the lab. Nobody leaves.
What are you doing?
You're wasting your time. You can't reason with droids.
Their behavior is programmed. All they do is reason.
They're also programmed not to harm organics. How's that going?
Look, you're not helping. Just because the malfunctioning droids happen to visit here doesn't mean that this one is in on it.
What's Nepenthe?
It is a viscous lubricant that protects against mechanical wear while delivering program refreshing subparticles.
Okay.
So Nepenthe reprograms the droids that drink here?
It patches the programming as the commands of the mainframe change.
That sounds like you might want to look there.
The particles are definitely present.
What are the chances that they're still active?
Pretty good.
Really good. Holy. Laser won't go through my scario.
They're still active.
Good guess.
Yeah.
How did it arrive?
Who brought it in?
They were requisitioned by the security office.
Is that unusual?
It's illegal.
Is it my
There's
Christopher
no
Lloyd?
record of this transaction on the government registry. These droids were ordered by an individual.
Is there a name?
Our head of security,
Yeah.
Commissioner Helgate.
Christopher Lloyd. How could you?
Doc Brown, you blew it.
Dang it.
We know about the Nepenthe and the nanodroids.
They didn't malfunction. You programmed them to disrupt an attack.
You're coming with us.
Everyone freeze! If I trigger this failsafe, it will convert the planet's docile workforce back into battle droids and unleash them upon the unsuspecting citizens of Plazir. I support democracy. Count Dooku was a visionary.
Oh no.
He was cut short in his prime by the Jedi and forces.
That's enough out of you. Gene!
I've never seen such a streak.
And as for you, Lady Bo-Katan Kryze and Din Djarin of Concordia, I grant you audience with our deployment of Mandalorian privateers. I also give to you both our highest honor, the key to Plazir.
Nice.
Pleasure.
Key to pleasure.
And to this little one, I grant knighthood.
Oh!
You are now a knight of the Ancient Order of Independent Regencies. Go in peace, brave travelers, until our paths meet again.
My lord, my lady.
I gotta pick up my baby. I've been having fun. Now it's time to go back to dead. Oh, the baby. Bye-bye. Exactly.
Now approaching landing field 3.
Then I challenge you. One warrior to another. Do you accept my challenge?
Right in the face.
Din Djarin took the creed and chose to walk the way, just as our ancestors did. He is every bit the Mandalorian that they were.
While exploring Mandalore, I was captured, and this blade was taken from me. Bo-Katan rescued me and slayed my captor. She defeated the enemy that defeated me.
I knew it was just like a wand. The Elder Wand.
Would this blade then not belong to her?
It would.
Yeah, just like the Elder Wand. Oh yeah! Alright, that was episode 6, chapter 22, Guns for Hire. Wow, can we just roll down the star-studded list that appeared in this episode? Jack Black, Lizzo, Christopher Lloyd. Oop, oop.
I wonder who was in the tank.
Who cares?
She might have been famous too.
I don't think so. No, they would have put her like she was in order of appearance. She would have shown up in the sweet credits. If I'm not mistaken, the Calamarian Prince has shown up in Clone Wars. And he's kind of a pain in the butt. As we saw there. I believe in Clone Wars, he ran away at that point too.
Good job, Romeo.
He's not one to, accept his station in life. He kind of just, and he's a whiny brat, if I recall.
Great.
So yeah, so many fun little facts here. So we start off with them looking for the Mandalorians. Where are they? Where'd they go?
Yeah.
So we get kind of a backstory. They're flying around that giant Imperial cruiser. Looking for, as we heard on Coruscant in the second episode, was it? Or the third? I can't remember. The Pershing episode, that ambassador's son had,
Scarborough.
Had it was missing.
Yeah.
So he sent those Mandalorians for hire out to find his son, who was shacking up with a Quarren in a sweet-looking ship. And they were like, my love. But no, they had to go.
That's over.
It's done. And then they went off to work on Pleasure.
Pleasure.
So I had seen a few things about Lizzo being in this episode, and I thought, what's that about? But I didn't really think about it, but because I saw a clip of her feeding the baby by accident earlier today, but I thought, I didn't really know what that was about. I really didn't. So funny. Lizzo and Jack Black are the Duchess and her consorts on Pleasure, which is not an Imperial base, but it has old Imperial droids that are somehow being reprogrammed to basically, go after people. And through some detective work and hilarious back and forth cops, good cop, bad cop with Mando and Bo. Mando was doing his own thing. Bo kept like, what are you doing? Stop. But, for most part, it was effective. And he even took down the laser surgery droid with the Dark Saber. And like I predicted back when the creature Mando was taken by that creature,
by that robot spider
and
thingy.
Bo-Katan used the Dark Saber to slay it. I had said, whether I kept that in or not, was the lightsaber, the Dark Saber, like the Elder Wand from Harry Potter?
Yeah, you said that.
Yeah, where its allegiance is to whoever won it. So the whole, ending of Harry Potter was specifically based on the allegiance of Elder Wand. And so, of course, I was like, well, Bo-Katan now owns it because Din Djarin was defeated by the monster, but Bo defeated the monster, and therefore she now...
With the very thing.
With the very Dark Saber, and she had no problems wielding it in an earlier episode. Yeah. Exactly. So I was like...
She swung that thing around and chopped up that space Spidey mecho thing really easily, so...
Yeah, so... Yeah. No problem there. The baby, meanwhile, I don't know what Lizzo had to do to get to be the Duchess, who spends the entire episode cuddling the baby. What? Who did you call Lizzo to get that sweet position?
How many favors did you pull?
My goodness. So she had the baby the whole episode. It basically jumped into her arms.
Yeah.
And she was petting it, feeding it, whatever that was, little chips or something. And then, unbeknownst to her, it was helping her cheat at that game.
Yeah, that sort of croquet,
like,
ball croquet thing.
And so they were like, wow, that's a record. I'm like, yeah, that baby is really doing it. So then, Daddy picked him up again. He was like, Daddy! Then I forgot to mention Christopher Lloyd was head of security.
He was arrested because he was
bad. Christopher Lloyd. Yeah. I could not believe we went from one extremely famous person to the next person. I was like, dude, we had Tim Meadows last episode, didn't we?
Yep.
And Tim Meadows is relatively famous. I mean, he's been in everything. I don't think he's Christopher Lloyd famous. I mean, Christopher Lloyd is up
he's
there.
Doc Brown, man.
I don't even know how old Christopher Lloyd is at this point.
Yeah, he must be even older than
God, he's got to be like in his
Patrick
late
Stewart.
80s or early 90s. Why do you keep bugging on Patrick Stewart? That's like a couple times you've now like really ragged on Patrick Stewart. I don't think Patrick Stewart is in his 90s.
900 years old.
No, he's not.
He's like a Jedi. He's 900 years old.
Well, you mean it's like Yoda.
When I have done television for 900 years.
No, because William Shatner is 90 years old.
He's 91.
91. Yeah. He was on The Masked Singer last season. Yeah. Their oldest person to date, Dick Van Dyke, was on Masked Singer. You gotta bow to Dick Van Dyke. The man is like 97 years old and appeared as the gnome on The Masked Singer. So anyway, yeah, Christopher Lloyd was a separatist. He brought up Count Dooku.
Yeah, that was not a good move at that point.
Dude, that's been a long time since Dooku was around.
Yeah.
Long time. That's before Darth Vader was even hanging around. Exactly. So in the end, Bo-Katan challenged Axe for leadership and fought him down. Even though she won that, he still was dissing her and said she couldn't be the leader because she didn't have the Dark Saber. But then Mando brought up the fact that it is hers. Yeah. And we were like, Elder Wand! And I was really surprised the baby didn't whip out and choke that dude. Because Bo-Katan's like his mommy now. So like...
Well, except for Lizzo.
Oh yeah. But like, seriously... I was surprised. He looked very concerned, but he stayed out of it. He didn't choke Axe like he choked Cara Dune. I was waiting for it, but it didn't happen. Meanwhile, we've got 2 episodes left. We've now got all the Mandalorians from both sides together. It's time to retake Mandalore. Yep. Is Moff Gideon camped on Mandalore?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it doesn't seem like Mandalore is held by anybody other than that robot Spidey thing. But,
and various other creepy creatures.
Otherwise, it doesn't really seem like a great place to hang out right now. So,
remember the trolls, the cave trolls were there.
I mean, that's not super demanding to people with blasters and dark sabers.
That's true. So they'll go back, and as one, hopefully, Moff Gideon's hiding in there somewhere. I think he's either holding on to him for episode 8, where it's like, surprise! And we're like, we knew you were coming, dude. Yeah, but they're going to twist something. They're not going to, this is not going to be the way we think it's going to be. I know it.
We'll see.
But man, the Easter eggs in that episode for Clone Wars were everywhere. There are so many things in there, and I haven't finished Clone Wars, and I know there's more. Like, I remembered that prince. That prince is a pain. But it must be a different prince because that was Clone Wars. He'd be like 100 by now. You know, but I don't know how those guys age. So is it the same guy? I don't know. Is it a new prince who's just a weenie? I have no idea.
When he's made love for 900 years, he will decide who he makes love.
Why? I don't even know. You're really stuck on that stuff. Anyway, thank you for watching. Please subscribe. Leave us a comment. Thumbs up. Tell those reactor mix people to put me in the reaction mix.
Put me in, coach.
Put me in.
Sandra doesn't need to be on the bench.
Ah! Yes. And we'll see you next episode. Bye.